And we are live, motherfucker.
Give me your hands, simmer hate, mine tears fate.
What's going on, everybody? This is the Joe Show. Can you hear us over there on Facebook? Mom, the only listener we got right now.
What up, Facebook?
It's looking like we're coming through all right. We'll check on the console end. No. Yes? No. Yes. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Can people hear us? Can you all hear us? Yep, they can hear us. What's up, Cody Cassani? Thanks for joining, everyone. We are covering, this episode came in as a request. A lot of people, and it's going to be near and dear to a lot of people. Addiction. Is it a disease? Now, I personally think it fucking isn't. And Mitchell, he came on the contrary.
I'll say it's a disease.
You're going to say it's a disease. Fags. You're a fag. Fuck you, Cody. Wait, who's the fags? You got to specify in the comments. Are we fags? Are people who are addicted fags? You tell us. Is it because I just shaved and I look beautiful? Does that make me look like a fag? You gotta be specific. Feel free to call in tonight too. We are gonna probably piss up. We're gaining momentum. The show's doing better than it's ever done in the history of us doing the show. And what's up, Sandy? Thank you for joining. So I figured, why not shoot us in the balls with a controversial show and probably lose half our audience? But let's do this. What's up, Chuck? Thanks for joining, brother. Tonight we are talking about addiction. Yo, it's Jeff Castani too. What up? So both Castani brothers are on there. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. Touchy subject tonight. We are talking about addiction. I'll throw my phone number in there if you guys want to call in and if you got your own experiences, your own opinion. I personally think that it is not an addiction. But Mitch, I will let you start off. You don't have to give all of your case because obviously we got about an hour to fill. So. Go ahead, man. What makes you think that addiction? Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be drugs. It could be gambling, sex, anything. What makes you think that addiction is a disease?
Well, according to the National Institute of Drug Abuse,
Oh God,
addiction is a mental disorder,
okay,
and classifies it as a disease.
Okay, what's up, Maggie? Ben, what's going on, everyone? Love watching your shit. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Fuck it, offend the masses. I hear people beeping all the time, man. Just yell your name, man, so I can say what up and fucking so I know what it is. So you're saying that who said it was a disease?
Medical doctors from the National Institute of Drug Abuse.
Of drug abuse. Okay, right there, drug abuse. Now, abuse is not a disease in itself. It is an option, whether it be a spouse, a fucking narcotic. Whether it be now, the definition of abuse is taken advantage of, or in certain cases, overindulging. Right? That's a fucking choice. You don't have to do that. You don't have to punch your wife in the face. You don't have to gamble.
There are situations where people are also given drugs where they have no choice. Like in some prostitution rings.
If they get
for example,
into an accident or something.
But also there's also neonatal exposure to drug abuse.
Explain.
A pregnant mother who is addicted to opioids or other drugs can affect the baby's brain, which later in life can make pathways for them to easily become addicted to drugs. If they partake it, they're more likely to be addicted.
Okay. Now, that's still caused by selfishness from the mother, then, who gave birth to the child. That's not...
But also, the child still makes the decision on different social matters. If they're socially more exposed to the drug, they can more likely to take the drug and then become addicted that way.
Well, they don't have to. I could live in the city of Buffalo where there's a high crime rate and watch all these motherfuckers committing crimes, but I'm not going to fucking do a crime because I'm not going to go out there and be like, well, since I'm exposed to it, I'm gonna go do some fucking crimes. Yeah, I mean,
you're like, oh, watch this. Like, you motherfuckers want me to take drugs? You're like,
Cody? It's both. Verified. What do you mean by
start popping caps?
Chad, Sam, Joe, Jordan, thank you for joining. Leah, Justin, everyone's jumping on. Abuse is behavioral and behavior oriented. All right, so this is gonna be a mixed crowd. I know,
but it's behavioral, but it's also medical and social.
Now, but it's not a disease. I mean, I'm sure those people with cancer, if they had an option to get rid of their cancer, they'd put down that jug of cancer and be like, oh, don't want that anymore. It's not a fucking disease I get like smoking cigarettes causes cancer, but that led to, and that's a disease, but that led to, that's from them picking up the cigarette and becoming addicted to the cigarette smoking themselves, becoming habitual to it. And alcohol can cause psoriasis of the liver, but that also is the overindulgence of alcohol. You don't have to drink all that fucking alcohol. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't be like happy and have fun. Life sucks. Get fucked up. But don't fucking, and be an addict. I don't give a fuck. If you want to be an addict, be happy. But don't sit there and fucking try to get coddled and fucking, and say, it's a disease, I can't help it. You can fucking help it. Don't do it. Alright? I myself was fucking addicted for fucking heavily. 30 pills a goddamn day. 30 drills a goddamn day. And you know what I did? I went through the fucking withdrawals and fucking went through it, man. It was horrible. People are just fucking too pussy to fucking get off the fucking drug itself and fucking kick it. Because it sucks. It's a terrible fucking thing to go through. But you fucked up. You gotta go through it. Now, what do you gotta say to that?
Well, what I have to say with that is there's detoxification and then there's treatment. Treatment with behavioral effects and also different drug treatments. But a lot of people with drug abuse, they have behavioral disorders like anxiety and things like that. They might think that they can treat it with illegal drugs, or also the basis of the dopamine levels in your body, the reward center in the basal ganglia in your brain changes after you're exposed to drugs, even throughout the rest of your life. So technically, you were never really cured from drug addiction, but you have to treat it even after you detox.
You have to respect your weaknesses. That's for sure. Now, the reason why I personally didn't go through detox because say I ever go flying through a windshield of a fucking car and they find me and they're like, oh shit, we can't give him anything because he's a drug addict. I didn't want my freedom of being able to indulge in drugs if I want to down the road taken away from me. So I had to fucking I had to sacrifice it. And yeah, there's a lot of anxiety that's involved with it. People are like, oh, it's a flu-like symptom when you're getting off of opiates. No, it's horrible. You got heavy fucking cold sweats. You have panic attacks. You're on the verge of wanting to fucking kill yourself. It's brutal, trust me. But you got to tell yourself in your head, it's all because of the withdrawal. It's all me. I'm doing this to better myself, and I can fucking do this. Yeah, there are panic attacks. It's going to come with it. But that's another thing where people are like, oh, just cater to me because I'm just a piece of shit. That's what they do too. They'll cut themselves down so they can get the effect of people around them to be like, you're not a piece of shit. You can do this. And then what do? They relapse anyway, and then fucking they're like, oh, but it's a disease. So then I know someone personally. I'm not gonna say their fucking name, but they're the ones that say addiction is a disease, and they got now they're on Subutex or Suboxone. And you know what they do with their fucking Suboxone? They sell it. Really? They want help? They wanted help so bad that they got put on Suboxone, and this is what they do, they fucking sell it. That's the thing. Okay, now that's not a disease. That's an asshole. That's a dick. That's someone taking advantage of the system. That's a shitty fucking thing to do for people who actually need it. That's what this whole opioid epidemic is. It's not people fucking. Hold on, we got a caller coming in. What's going on here on the Joe Show?
Hey man, it's Jamie. What's up?
What's up, Jamie? What do you got to say, my man?
Hey man, nothing. You guys are talking about some the drug addiction thing?
Yeah, man.
Yep.
What you got?
Hey man, no. no, drug addiction, man, it can really fuck up people's lives, man. It really can.
Well, I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying the fact that it's not a fucking disease. It can certainly fuck up your life. It can lead to diseases.
Well,
No,
absolutely.
it's definitely a choice.
90,000 people die a year from drug-related issues,
Because-
and that's not including cigarettes, which has 450,000 people die a year from that alone.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here and saying it doesn't fuck people's lives up and it's not a tragic thing. People lose close friends, they lose, relatives, loved ones and things like that. But I mean, what I'm covering is the fact that it's a choice. It's not a fucking disease, okay? The drug taking itself, the habit that you form is not a disease. Okay? That's what I'm saying.
Right. No, I understand. It's a choice. It's a 100% choice on what people do with themselves. Now, say now me as being a sober guy, I
Right.
drink, yes.
What's up,
I don't
Ryan?
do-
Sorry, I just
Like,
say what up
I was
to the
at,
people.
like fucking weed. Weed's one thing, but when you mix opiates,
Weed ain't a
cocaine,
drug.
whatever you want, whatever you want to call it, man. Drugs in general will fuck up someone's life.
Well, yeah, no one's disagreeing. But it'll also fuck you up and make you have a good time, too. But that's why you got to do it in moderation if you're going to do it.
Yeah, it gives you a euphoria.
Right. There's
Is a
nothing wrong
scientific
with,
term.
There's nothing wrong with being an adult and enjoying the things you are free to do as an adult, whether they be legal or
Right.
not. But don't sit
Right.
there and try to get coddled by the institution and get free shit to help you and then sell it to fucking other people or fucking deny the fact that you have a fucking
Yeah, that's just a
a
scumbag
self-inflicted
Oh,
thing
you're
to do.
problem.
all right. So you guys are talking about Suboxone because I just heard that. So you
Yeah.
guys are talking about Suboxone.
Well, there's
I
that
agree
and
with
other
that.
things. They're giving
Well, yeah, there's
free
a whole
methadone.
bunch of
They're giving free fucking drugs to people to help them with their drug problem. Like that's pretty much what
But
they're.
there's
Go ahead. I'm
the
sorry.
number one choice of what people want after the opiate addiction is the Suboxone. Why? Because it makes them feel the same way that the opiates made them feel. Now, here's the thing, though. I know probably like 6 different other people that are on Suboxone, and what do when they don't have Suboxone?
6 other different people. So are you on Suboxone?
Am I?
Well, you said 6 different other people.
Yeah, 6 other different people that I know.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, everyone's on fucking Suboxone. It's like the new thing to do. It's like Janko jeans were in the 2000s, early 2000s.
Janko jeans.
Everyone had it.
Yeah, so
Let me get to the people real quick. Stay on the line there, Jamie. But a lot of good things are being said. The message board is blowing up. Kyle Brandt, for instance, it's a disease for the weak-minded people. Let's see. Sandy's killing it right now. He says, you open the door, try it, like it, and then overdo it. Behavior. Good point. Yeah, I see Jay
That's a good
Thompson.
point.
oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah, it's a choice. Ain't no disease. Truth. Leah says, truth. Been through this shit for years with my brother. Brian White just says, what's up? What's up, Brian? Let's see.
Brad
It's a
White.
choice, man. That's how I look at
and
this subject.
Here's
It's
a,
a choice.
here's a good one too with Sandy. He's killing it, man. He said you can't withdraw from cancer to end it. So that's perfect. Nicely said. You can't choose to withdraw from cancer. And that's a fucking
That is a
disease.
good point. That is a very good point.
Right.
So, good job there.
That's the disease. Like cancer, yes, because I just had my stepfather die from stage 4 liver cancer.
Right, and I'm very
And
sorry for that.
And I took care of him after, the whole time that he was going through that stage.
You took care of him? Poor son of a bitch.
Yes, sir.
But
I'm playing.
sorry, Jamie. I'm just gonna
No,
reflect on the
You
one
good, man.
comment that
You
the
good,
one
man.
guy had. Yeah, cancer. Go ahead.
Cancer hurts,
I
man.
guess it's the
Cancer
Jamie
will hurt.
Phillips show. Hey, go ahead, buddy.
Well, you can't withdraw from cancer.
No,
but
it's a Joe show for sure.
I'm playing with you, man. It's all good.
it's
That's what
it's
it's all
two
about.
separate. Two separate.
All right, but no, it was
diseases.
good talking to you because I know you got a whole show to go. So I'm about
No,
to
man.
go.
If you
drink
got
some
something
food.
else, you want to throw in before you sign off?
Hey, man, no, just what's up, Mitch?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Joey?
How you
Last time
doing,
I saw
buddy?
you
Woo!
guys- The last time I saw you guys, it was at that party, man. and
Yeah, it was
I had a
cool,
good
man.
time.
Good time, absolutely. We did a ton of drugs. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, opioids. Now I'm addicted. Thanks, Jamie.
No, there's no trust. All right, man. Fucking keep listening, brother. If you got anything else, feel free to call in, man. Thanks for your point of view.
Yeah,
brother.
thanks, buddy.
Other than that, Joey. Other than that, go Bills, bro. Go
Fuck
Bills.
you. Fuck you. All right.
I hope they
All right,
both
man.
lose.
Thank you, Jamie, for calling in, man. That's he raised some good points there, I guess. Good job, and I appreciate. Feel free to call in, everybody. The lines are open. The line is open, should I say? 255-7752 is the number if you want to add in. What's up, Chris King? A lot of what's up Mitch is coming in. We got one from Kyle Brandt.
Hey, what up, Mer?
We got Johnny Slaughter saying, "How in the fuck you gonna let Alasher fall asleep on the bench outside?"
Dude, that was fucking hilarious. I saw that snap. I was like, no way.
Then let someone
Just
who
in front of the
isn't-
Masons.
Then let someone who isn't qualified to wake up a Lasher safely. She's been around Lashers before. She knows what she's doing. Jen knows how to tiptoe around the sleeping giants. Let's see. So what we got? So we're talking about addiction. If you're just joining us, let's see. I'm addicted to the Joe Show. I love you, Sandy. You're the man. Okay. We need more addicts like that. What's up, Devin Weeks? We're talking about addiction. Is it a disease? You're a pretty smart guy. Last I knew. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, and these people, they just want to be coddled and nowadays everyone's afraid to just tell them how it is and like, no, you're a piece of shit. Stop it. You know what I mean? It's just like when you have a kid. You got to stop doing all the dumb shit you did because you have a fucking kid. I don't care how much you love doing it. I don't care, what it is. And I don't care how much it fucking. I don't care. It doesn't cost me that much to do it. Doesn't matter, but that you have no more disposable income. It's all going to that little piece of shit that just came out of that bitch's fucking pussy that you probably don't even like, but now it's yours. You're taking care of it, and you're stuck with that broad for at least 18 years.
And you're an asshole. You're a fucking asshole. See, I mean, the problem is like, you're a big asshole if, you have your family that you... or whatever, your family
Sure.
they depend on you or whatever, and
Support
then you
you,
just
love you.
support you, love you, and then you just fucking take them down. And
Yeah.
the only thing you can really do is get treatment for it. I mean, besides that, or if you continue the path, then you're just going to make a path of destruction.
Now, yeah, I mean, I chose to do it by myself to get off. Now, maybe some people can't do it. Maybe they feel like they can't. You can do it. You can do it. You just got to want to do it. But if you can't do it, yeah, then if you think you need, help like detox and all that, that's what that stuff's there for. But don't sit there and preach it's a disease. That's why I never got off it. No, there's people there that will help you to get off this because it is hard. It's scary, especially if you're doing it alone. It's a scary fucking thing to go through. But it's not a fucking disease. And there are people out there that'll help you. And how many people do you know go through the fucking 12 steps and then or try to and then relapse anyway, or go to rehab and then relapse anyway? It doesn't always work. You know why? Because you gotta want to do it. You gotta want to do it, okay? No one's gonna hold your fucking hand through this, but they will be there to fucking help you, alright? That's my opinion there. Fucking, let's see. Apparently Jamie says you got a smile, Mitch. What's up, Morgan, Susie, Savannah King? We are talking about addiction. Is it a disease or is it not? I know I've been saying that a lot to the people who've been viewing, but just trying to get the new viewers on board or listeners on board because maybe they got some. Because addiction, it is a crisis right now for a lot of people, and it hits home, probably to a lot of people that are viewing and stuff like that. And we got some new viewers, it looks like.
Do you want me to describe what the addiction does to the brain?
Yes, and try to do it in a way where me and my listeners can understand.
All right, so ever since, every animal on the planet, the way that they work is the behavior. The more you repeat a process, the brain remembers that process, and it strengthens these neural pathways.
Now, is that, not to cut you off, so is that why people get stuck in shitty relationships? So they're just used to the routine?
Yeah, it's the habitual form of your brain.
See that shit, people? Break the routine. Get out of the fucking relationship. All right? He's abusive. She's abusive. She doesn't support you.
So habits.
He thinks your sister's hot.
Habits that you quit doing, your brain reduces the neural pathways, like a sculpture that breaks it apart, or it increases the sculpture where you build up these neural pathways. But besides that, drugs create a euphoria or a extreme extreme sensation of happiness inside your body, which you normally experience through normal activities. But the way that the brain works is it combats it by producing chemicals to counter the toxicity, or by killing neurotransmitters. So once the drug's over, you don't experience happiness because your brain habitually thinks, once you get the drug, that it has to decrease the happiness that is possible because it's punching it with happiness. So it's like, I'm going to punch you. It's like taking a megaphone and yelling in it, ah! Or whispering like, you're happy now. And it's like, I'm happy. And then it's like, you're happy. So it's like, my ears. So it's like you put earplugs in, or you like stab yourself in the ears. So when you're yelling, it's like, I can't hear you, Brett. I can't hear you. And it's just like, you're happy. And it's like, oh, I'm happy. So, I mean, and they could be like that for months.
I appreciate you dulling it down. But Leah says, we aren't all dumbass little people, Joe. Leah, fucking shots fired. What's up, John Tebow? Thank you. Alex Shobaya, fucking good show to join in, man. We are talking about addiction. Is it a disease? What do you think? So Mitchell just did a nice little dumbed-down version of what goes. Stop laughing! Why would I stop laughing? Did you hear how Mitchell described that? That was gold. That was fucking amazing. Yeah, this explanation. See, Leah liked it.
Well, besides that, for things like alcoholism, when you're hungover the next day, you have a feeling of anxiety and stressful. You're like the clerk that wants to kill everybody, and this is caused. This is caused by a hormone called norepinephrine, which is norepinephrine.
Spell it.
Norep. Yeah, I can't fucking spell this shit. So, anyways,
I don't know either. I'm not gonna lie.
The alcohol slows down your functions in your brain and throughout your whole body so severely that you release norepinephrine, which counteracts it chemically, but the effects of it make you feel like a serial killer the next day. So that's why fucking hungover people are like stressed the fuck out.
Okay.
But that's just an example.
That's
I don't know how it is for dopamine or opiates.
Once you lose all the dopamine, it's the same thing like if you do like a night of cocaine, and the next day you want to like kill yourself because all your dopamine is just gone. And it takes a long time for your brain to get that dopamine back. That's why if you do opiates or anything like that for a long period of time, and then you wean yourself off and then go through the final stages of withdrawal, it takes forever. Like those days, you are just, even when the pain and everything's over, your brain is not right because you're just still so fucking depressed because how long you've been given it that fake serotonin and shit like that. So like, now it's looking for it, and it's going to take a long time for it to reprocess.
But the fucked up thing is too, even the neural pathways, the habitual part, you condition your brain to feel even worse when you're in the environment that you were in. Like if you return to an old house or something, or just talk to somebody else like that you haven't seen when you were doing the drug, your brain intensifies it from the neural pathways.
It's true, because I remember when I was like peaking on the fucking the hydrocodones when I was doing them, and I saw someone who was just getting off of them, like they were trying to get clean, and we were having a normal conversation. They're like, "Yeah, man, I've been clean," and I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." Dude, I'm actually struggling myself. Like, I'm on them. And all of a sudden, you saw the look in their eyes. They started to, like, tweak out. And they're like, all right, man, well, I gotta go. Because you can tell, like, it must have started playing in their head, like, oh, shit. That, like, like, I was toxic to them. Because, like, I was bringing them back to those days when it was, like, fun for them.
And that could last, decades. I mean, technically, addiction lasts for your entire life. But it gets easier as you go.
Sure, and that's
your brain's not going to be the same, but it will return back to normal.
But that's why I wanted to be able to beat this thing myself, so I can admit to myself that, like, yo, you got to hold on this. If you're going to deal with this the rest of your life, you got to respect your weakness. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be afraid to, do it ever. Like, if I want to fucking get fucked up again, I want to be able to do it. And I'm an adult. I should be able to indulge when I want to. Not saying I am. All right, if lawyers and workers' comp's watching, I'm not. But I'm saying down the road, You know, I just don't want to. I don't want to have any like glass walls put up to where I can see the rest of the world living their life, but I'm blocked off or my card was revoked to be able to enjoy certain things. So if I fucked up somewhere, I'm gonna man up myself. Not saying I'm a man, I'm far from it, but I'm gonna man up myself and take care of that problem. So I can. It's not anyone else's problem. I'm not gonna make. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna make a fucking scene out of it. Like everybody, please pity me. But no, I'm gonna take care of it myself so I can. Once it's done, I can go back and do it whenever I want, and then come in it with more experience and respect my weakness and know where I went wrong the first time. But I want to get to this. Devin said a good thing. Devin Weech, he said, I want to see what you think of this. Devin says, I don't see why addiction can't be a disease and a choice. Why one or the other?
Well, but yeah, that's absolutely. I agree totally with you. Disease is just a word. It's just a definition.
It's the word.
The reality is it's fucking up an organ in your body. So your brain, you're having mental disorder.
Hold on. He brought something else up. He said, it's called a sexually transmitted disease, not a sexually transmitted choice. We covered that earlier. I'm not saying the act of what you're doing is the disease. Yes, you get the disease from sex. But the fact that you having sex isn't the disease. Like, you can get psoriasis of the liver from drinking. But your drinking problem isn't the disease.
Well, you could get diabetes from eating too much sugar and have your leg cut off.
It wasn't the cookie's fault. All right? The cookie didn't come in at night and be like, hey, listen here, motherfucker. I'm going to force myself down your gullet.
I think the whole thing grew up because some guy on YouTube
What's
got all
up,
pissed
Kenzie?
off
What's
and
going on,
started
Jamie?
yelling because he was all jacked up and fucking worked out for, you know, he works out every day. And he's like, what is this an addiction? Oh, look at my dick from my steroids. Addiction is not a disease. I'm sorry I have a tiny dick. I'm sexually dysfunctional. That's not a disease either. Sexual dysfunction isn't a disease. Neither.
Look at you psychopath. What is that? Is that a real thing? Did that happen?
Yeah, some guy on I saw it on Facebook. It was millions of people watched it and big discussion about it.
Okay, here we go. We got a long one from a guy who knows his shit. Alex Shabaya. Drug use is a symptom of a mental illness. Yeah, it says. He said yeah. I didn't say it like that. It's an obsessive disorder. The AMA
Exactly.
The AMA classified. Shut up, Mitch. The AMA classified it as a disease because of how it takes over your brain. It wires itself around it. I think a lot of people refuse to even look at the concept because they believe that means that addicts have to use, and it justifies it, but it doesn't. Okay, that's good. I like that. It is the reason. I'm sorry. It is. Jesus Christ! It just is the reasons. It's not as simple as just stopping. Obsessity is also a disease. Obesity. Jesus Christ! I need someone come on and be my reader. Okay. Obesity is also a disease.
Well, the thing is,
hold on. You choose to put the shit food in your body, even though you know it hurts. You physically and mentally, but it's not as goddamn. It's not as simple as choosing to stop. No matter what it is you're addicted to, addicts often have to decide multiple times a day that they are never using again. Nicely put. Fuck you. All right. Wow. Are you
the thing
my
is
reading abilities? I feel like he is playing that part way too real. Oh, he's talking about your.
it's not addicted people that I hate. It's just
Nicely
fucking
put, Shubhaya.
it's just retarded people, or not retarded people, just fucking asshole people in general.
Sure.
It's just
I think we can agree
someone who's
there.
just like, oh my god, I have a disease. I'm addicted. I need help. It's like, okay, that'll work the first time.
Sure.
But when you do that for 20 years straight and you're on the street asking for money, it's like, yeah, I gave you $20. All right. I told you to buy a suit. I brought you a suit. I brought you a fucking suit.
What is this? The pursuit of happiness? What is?
It's like, Jesus Christ. You're just an asshole.
But yeah, like I mean, you got guys that, like I said, they play the system. They go to their doctor. I'm addicted to opiates. All right, well here's your prescription for Subutex. Then they go and sell their Subutex to everyone
It's
to
not
make
a-
money off of it. And then they wonder why they don't have custody of their fucking kids.
It's not a free pass. It's not a free pass. It's not like I have cancer. I want to meet an NFL player. You know, I met Tom
I'm
Brady because
I'm
I have
addicted to meth. Can I
testicular
meet
cancer.
Wes Welker?
Can I meet Carrot Top because I got meth mouth?
You'll probably meet Carrot Top if you go to a 12-step program. Let me tell you.
He's just like the I can't think of the word. Supreme Chancellor of fucking meth.
Oh, did I say psoriasis? I meant cirrhosis. Thank you, Mom. Long comments need to call in. Yeah, feel free. If you don't feel like typing all them words, man, feel free to call in. We could use the help. Numbers 255-7752. I'll throw it up there. If you're just joining us, we are talking about addiction. Is it a disease or isn't it? I said that weird. Isn't it? Being dumb certainly isn't a disease, but it is a disorder. And I am fucking stupid. Alright, here we go. There you go, guys. There's the number. Feel free to call in. That's a good point, Joey. Thank you. That's just an addict failing to get sober. Right. It's a choice overall. How many times you know of a guy going to rehab, like I said earlier, and guys, you're going to hear me, if you've been hanging on since the beginning, you're going to hear me repeat a lot, but there's a lot of, like I said, it's a sensitive subject, and there's a lot of people just jumping on, but how many guys you know go to rehab fucking 5 or 6 times, and it just doesn't do shit for them? They don't want to change, and that's fine. I don't care. If you're an addict, be an addict. Don't fucking bother anyone else about it, though. Don't be a piece of shit. And don't fucking look for sympathy about it.
The real problem is they can't take themselves out of the situation that they're in. So, I mean, some people it might be impossible, you know. Their lives just revolve unless they fucking move and leave completely. You know, they're never going to change, most likely. Unless they really find fucking the fire in themselves and fucking change, but...
Sure. And it doesn't necessarily have to be drugs right there. Just choosing not to do what they need to do to stay sober. Exactly, yeah. Good point, Shelby. I'm glad you tuned in on this one. You're definitely a smart cat. But, excuse me, sorry. I just drank a very carbonated beverage. Where's I going? Yeah, it's not just drugs either. I mean, and it's not just alcohol. It's
there we go.
It's lottery. You know what I mean? Like people that have the scratch off lottery. How many times, like, I'll go to the gas station before work all the time, you know, get Gatorade, get whatever I need for work, almost every day. And there's that same asshole in the white truck there. I know when I'm running late or I'm on time or if I'm early.
Just the biggest inconsiderate piece of shit.
And he's taking up fucking forever because he's just staying out in his truck scratching off for like 2 hours. And fucking going in.
There's like 10 people in line.
Yeah.
10 fucking people. Like, people are late for work.
Yeah,
it's
give
just
me
like,
number 2. Give me 3 number 14s. I want a box 3. Fucking blah, blah, blah.
just as she's passing him, he's scratching him. He's like, I won this one. That means I could get 5 more. It's just like.
They are the worst motherfucking people. Those are worse. I would rather deal with fucking crackheads than fucking people who are addicted to lottery tickets, man. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. If you are addicted to scratch off lottery tickets, fuck you, and thank you for watching. Let's see.
If you ever do win, I hope you fucking choke on it. I hope they shove the money down your fucking throat and you die.
Let's see. From Leah, she says, my brother has gone to rehab at least 8 times. Every time he's relapsed. See, it's just an all matter. Thank you for sharing that, Leah. It's just an all matter of how, if you want it or not. And drugs are fucking cool, man. They make you feel good. You know what I mean? If I could feel that way forever and not take, you know what I mean? What would you rather do? Be in this annoying plain life or be fucked up in this plain life? You know what I mean? Even at your
poison.
happiest.
It's poison.
It is poison. Of course it is. Same with sex. You have sex, you have the chance of knocking someone up. That sucks. You have the chance of getting herpes. That's a real thing. And that's all over this town. Be careful, everybody. It's out there. I've been talking about that for the past couple shows. Okay? It's real. Okay? There's just... It's just with everything.
Well, the thing
good
about
has
herpes,
shit
at least with herpes, you can only get it if there's a blister. Because if there isn't a blister, then you're good. You're good to go.
So if they're not outbreak, like if you fuck a herp infested puss and there's no like outbreak, you're good to go.
But what are you gonna do? How the fuck are you gonna probe them? Just like, all right, Is it that time of month again where the fucking herpes outbreak comes from your vagina? Not saying it happens every month.
This person wishes to stay anonymous, but they said, I know people that go to rehab just to network and meet other addicts to get drugs or to get some Suboxone scripts to sell and buy meth or crack. Yeah, hustling. So maybe that's why some people go to rehab, is just to fucking network their drug abusing skills. And yeah, you heard it here first. No, fucking damn, Shobaya, just call in. People are addicted to misery and drama. Anything, yeah, exactly. You can be addicted to fucking anything, but anything. If you continue to do something that is fucking up your life or killing you, you have the compulsive disease disorder, whatever the fuck we call it. No, you're right. That's right. Jake Thompson. I feel like everyone is addicted to something. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, brother. Everyone's got a vice. That's what they call it, a vice. Let me finish this thing before you. I feel like everyone is addicted to something: coffee, sports, food, drugs. You can be addicted to how you handle it, and if you can keep control of it. Yeah, very good point. I get you. Leah says, I get it, Joe, you know how my parties used to be. Drugs, not STDs.
Damn.
That was a long time ago. Katie Couric. What's up, Katie? Good to see you. My brother met his baby mama at rehab. Literally the only reason why he went to rehab.
Oh, it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Stint was to find a new bitch. So he went back to rehab to find a bitch. He knew what he was doing. That sly dog. How are they now? Are they still together?
Did he get her hooked again? Just like, oh, well, welcome out. And he's, by the way, I got opiates.
I got some crack in my ass.
You like crack?
No. Seriously. Leah, are they still together? Just let me know down there in the old comments section. But, yeah. And we wait. Feel free to call in, people. You're throwing a bunch of texts up there. Don't be afraid of what your voice sounds like. You all have beautiful voices. Not as good as mine, but I mean...
Yeah, well, I mean...
They broke up. My mom has custody of the baby. God damn! This is a juicy fucking show. If you're just joining us, we're talking about addiction. Hold on. I got another paragraph.
Oh, yeah.
I got another paragraph. Shobaya, just call in!
Call in? Jesus Christ. I gotta take a piss. If someone could call in and just fucking get this shit rolling so I can piss real quick.
90% of people in rehabs are mandated by courts. Okay, so, and even if they want to get clean, most of them can't just because they are being told they have to do it. Not that they want to do it. I see what you're saying, Shabbai. Good point, brother. Mitch, you gotta go take a piss, man. I got this.
All right.
Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Had to shoot up. Devin Weech, definitely the line of the week right there, man. That was definitely. We're on our third show. I think 3 amazing shows this week, and that's probably the best line. They're both still addicts, so I'm sorry to hear it, Leah, man. That sucks, fucking. I don't know if it's one of the brothers I knew, but all your brothers seem pretty cool, man. I'm sorry to hear about that. Oh man, yeah, I gotta give that some love right there. Good job, Devin Weech, for the line. I wish I had an award. I'll give you a sticker. I got some Joe Show stickers. I'll staple some drug to it for you. That was great, buddy. Ah, shit, yeah. So Mitchell's peeing. Yeah, feel free to call in, guys, if you want to talk about your stories, or if you want to stay anonymous. I mean, this commenting is definitely not the way to stay anonymous because your name's attached to it. But if you want to call in, we can text me before that. You can text the number. I'll throw it out there again. Text me in advance that you want to stay anonymous before you call in, and we'll keep you anonymous, and you can tell your story, whether it's something you went through or someone you know. So just so if you just call in, I'm gonna ask you, you know what I mean, straight up, like, you know, who are you? Unless you just tell me you want to stay anonymous. But there's ways.
Yeah, call in, people. Jesus.
There's ways we can hide your identity if you want to tell us your story, because that's what this is all about. We want to hear. You know, it's not a matter of who's right, who's wrong. I mean, we're never going to settle this. I mean, the end of this discussion is just going to be agree to disagree. You're not going to alter someone's opinion. We're just expressing our opinions, and I'm telling you why I think some people suck, and Mitchell's telling you why he's going to coddle them and just hold their balls for them and fucking and just make the world a better place.
Open up your glove box.
Oh man! Well, that just brought this show to a screeching halt. No,
well, I mean, the main issue is.
What's up, Rory? Jeremy Merrick, what's going on? Jake, sir.
We got two. I mean, America's like right in the middle of this shit. But if you look at like two different perspectives of how people think, there's one perspective: fuck the addicts, kill them. That's the Philippines.
Fuck the who?
Fuck the addicts, kill them.
Fuck the addicts.
Like that's what they do in the Philippines. They're like, you know what? You're addicted, just kill them. And then if you look at Europe, they're like, all right, we're gonna treat this as a disease. You come to us, we'll treat you for free. We'll treat you medically. We're not going to throw you in prison. And you look at the USA, and it's just like all over the place. It's like, just let them kill each other. And then people are like, well, we could cure them. And they're like, cure them and let them kill each other. It's like, all right, we're right in the middle.
Let's see. Calling to do an impression of Don Knotts. Who? Glove box or love box? Wait, who can do a Don Knotts impression? I would love to hear it. Who are you talking to, Kyle? If someone can do a Don Knotts impression, that just to lighten up the mood a little bit, that would be great. I love Don Knotts. Looks like we got another viewer. If you're just joining, we're talking about addiction. Is it a disease or is it just a pussy ways out of fucking or a pussy's excuse to get out of being responsible for something? Because that's another thing too with people that I noticed with people who call addiction a disease. They don't take responsibility for fucking anything. You know what I mean? They're coddled. They're handled with kid gloves, if you will. You know what I mean? I don't know. They've never had to do a responsible thing in their fucking life. And it's this whole generation, too. I'm not going to be like, there was the good old days and now this generation. No, this whole generation is coddled. Not even just the kids, but even us adults, you know what I mean?
Well,
and when people get out in the real world, they're like, what the fuck?
Well,
Why do I stop shitting in my pants?
That's a social issue, though. I mean, the more likely that, the more you're exposed to that type of thinking, the more likely you're going to be that way. So, fucking... Maybe their mom and dad didn't fucking love them enough, and they're a little bitch.
Yeah, but like you've seen those movies where like the girl grew up in like a shitty home, and then she learned to dance and stayed in school and became amazing. That's got to be based on a true story, right? How about like those Mexican families that live here, and they got like a dirt shit poor lifestyle, but like they got that one fat daughter that's always valedictorian. You know what I mean? Like. That happened here.
It's like a participation trophy.
No, like she just like was like, oh, I'm going to study and do great things and send money back to my family in Mexico. You know what I mean? Like that's a real thing. They do that, man. They work in the fields and then they send their kids to the school and make that, and that's all they do. I mean, granted, the girl was a hideous chud, so she wasn't gonna get invited out to parties and fuck up anyway. But I forgot her name. But she ended up becoming the valedictorian, and now she's probably doing great things. Why? She's just an addict? Because she never had a chance to, like dabble in it throughout high school. It's just been work. So someone's like, dude, you're stressed. Just take a hit. And she's like, no, drugs are bad.
They're like, have a beer, and then she's just like...
And then tits out, fucking, oh, look at my teeth. Just fucking...
Look at my teeth.
Oh, God. I forgot her fucking name, man. I probably shouldn't say it anyway if I could remember, because that poor girl's probably doing great things. But she's going to be the first Mexican president, I swear to God. Alright, anyways. Getting off course here. Dan Wah. Welcome to the show, buddy. We're talking about addiction. Is it a disease?
Love you, Dan.
Or is it just the coward's way to fucking not take responsibility? God damn it, Shelby. I don't even think you wrote this much in school. Just call in. I call you, but I don't have your number. I don't understand where recognizing you're an addict has anything to do with not getting sober. Almost all addicts that turn their lives around did it by first admitting they have no control and are obsessed. Yes. And it's a good feeling when you admit that you have a problem.
I think people are just trying to fill in their inner void.
Like, I'm gay. I found that out, and I was like, oh.
It's like...
Now I can work on it. Now I can fix it. I can rid the gay. I can pray the gay away.
Yeah,
if God was real.
You don't just wake up one day and say, hey, I'm gay. You're gay. You were gay. You were super gay. The whole gay way.
We're not saying it's a bad thing. I welcome gay people. That's fine. I'm not saying like I'm the ambassador. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm just trying to...
He's like, all right. I'm speaking on behalf of the non-gay to the gay. So come and I will transfer my message of the gay to the non-gay.
So are you the gay or non-gay ambassador?
I'm the non-gay ambassador.
All right, I'll be the gay ambassador. Hear ye, hear ye. Fucking, I don't know, how do they talk? Hey.
Hey, I come from the straight people.
Okay, so Alabama?
Alabamians.
So yeah, because you guys kill all your gays, right?
Some do.
I mean, you guys kill all your gays, right?
We try to not do that anymore, but we got some wild ones, you know.
Should we do this? I don't know. Where's this gonna end, dude? I don't know. Well, I'm from Canada.
Oh,
that was a low blow. That was
you
very-
sound passive aggressive as fuck. I could tell you were Canadian.
Yeah, wait, let me get this dick out of my mouth, and I'll explain my side of this story. All right, we're done with the gay ambassador thing. I don't know what that was all about. So many Mexicans down here. Johnny is in Fort Hood. Is that right, buddy? In Texas.
He's straight up in the hood.
And then El Shabai just says, nah.
What?
I don't know. I have no idea what nah means, but yeah.
They could have 1,000 different meanings.
Holy shit. Leah and Alex, just call in. Well, I mean, my brother is an active addict. Okay, I understand addicts will be an addict, but it's a choice for him to continue. He blames everyone and everything that has ever happened to us in our lives for his addiction but himself. Ooh.
I'm sure everybody has a family
So he's one of
member
those guys. Yeah.
that is addicted to
Sure.
something.
I'm sorry, Leah. That sucks.
And that does suck.
That is brutal. And those are the type
Some
of
worse than
people-
others.
That's the type of people I'm talking about. And they think, and now since, you know, that there are people out there that probably really have some sort of mental disorder about it, it's people like that get to say, whoa, pump the brakes. I'm not an asshole. I have a disease. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm getting at. It's just now they got a crutch instead of taking action for their responsibilities. I mean, did I say that right?
Well, it's not an excuse, but the thing
Did I
is...
say that right?
No. No. It's like, there's treatment. Just get treated. You know? Fuck. Stop being an ass.
Holy fuck. Alex Shabai just fucking typed out an essay. There's only 79 comments in the feed, but they equal out to like 400. Let's see. I'm not calling in. I have 8 dogs and I live on a military base. My signal blows. Okay, I understand.
You blow too.
Whoa, shots fired.
He's probably a sailor.
No, it's Leah.
Oh, sorry.
It's a choice for him to continue the behavior. I think this is a conversation between... Yeah, I can't read all this, man. It's just... Yeah, it looks like... Oh, it's the same comment just entered 3 times. Alright. Whew!
We need you need to hire somebody to read.
Absolutely, because this is getting hard.
We need like an English major just to speed read.
Just on Adderall. It's like, you're counterproductive to our fucking episode.
I could read pretty fast. You want me to get a roll?
No, it's alright. We're pretty
All right.
much caught up. I think it's a conversation between Leah and Alex right now, talking about her brother. She's the one with the brother that is an active addict and is blaming everyone else but himself.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I think we kind of covered everything. If there's anything else you guys want to hear, I mean, message my phone. I don't give a fuck. Tell me. I mean, we covered we hate the gambling addicts. That is the dumbest one. Like, how do you, like, I understand there's got to be a thrill of like, oh man, I'm up like $200. Get out!
Yeah, but the odds are against you.
Exactly. Like, that's like right in your face. The odds are against you. Like, you take a pill or do a drug, you don't know until later that it's gonna fucking be like, you're gonna be like, fuck, going through withdrawals. You can see it right in front of your face
Like
as the
months
money
later.
starts depleting. Yeah,
Years,
exactly.
months, years.
You can watch the money deplete right in front of your fucking face. I don't feel for you if you are addicted to fucking gambling. You are just an asshole. I can't be a Hitler about the comments. I just can't do it. I'm getting some advice. It's an open forum. All right, let's see. Ben Clark, what's up, my friend? We are talking about addiction. Is it a choice or is it a fucking coward's way out? Okay.
What's up, Benny?
Let's see. Is it Is it a choice or is it a disease or is it really a disease? I'm so exhausted at the topic already. Is addiction a disease, or is it an excuse for them to just be fucking pieces of shit?
Or the word disease just an excuse?
That's Wilson education for you. Thank you. Currently addicted to Pepsi. Jake, get the fuck out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Pepsi's good shit, man.
Well, it's like, I'm addicted to exercise. You know what, you little...
Oh, dude, that's... Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go
Oh, yeah, dude, people that are just like, yeah, I gotta go to the gym. Well, you know, don't you like your kids? No, my kids can wait. I gotta go to the gym.
Dude, that's the thing. Did you ever see someone that, like, quit drugs and then instead they found Jesus and then, like, started working out? So, like, they're buff and their eyes are like this. And you're like, hey, man, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? I'm great, man. I got clean. You want to go to the gym sometime? It's like, no, dude, I'm cool. Holy fuck. Like, that's enough to... You ever see, like, look into the eyes of someone who recovered and, like, found Jesus? There's something missing. Like, they lobotomized him or something. It's like, this is his 5th time here. Give me that fucking long...
We're going to take out his prefrontal cortex, and we're going to give him 100 pounds, shock him repeatedly.
Dude, you ever see him
Make
on
him
Facebook?
lift 300
like,
pounds.
Day 60 clean, and then they're just like... Fucking just... Those big eyes. I don't know what the fuck that's all about, man.
It's like, man, what do you eat? Meat.
Pussy, just like, oh,
Steak.
you're the alpha dog now, huh? Fucking, alright, let's see. Chuck King, both. Both what? Oh, it's both. Is it both? Is that what you're saying? That's my other brother. Okay, so Leah knows. Leah gets it. Alright. Chuck King, what do you mean by both? I don't know. Some of this comment board is just all over the place. It's either super specific or one goddamn word. And I don't know where to go with it. Gotta be specific here, people. But I will credit you. Oh, Kyle Brandt. It's funny how the powers that be call it a disease. You wanna know why? Because it makes them money. Rehab centers, horizons, doctors. Just saying. That's Kyle Brandt right there.
Well, I love...
AKA Don Keyballs. I will see you Sunday.
Well, I love how, like, one of the steps to Alcoholics Anonymous is fucking, like, find God.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
there's a
all right,
higher power,
so they're like, well, all you really got to do is brainwash yourself to believe there's an imaginary person. And then, only then, you'll be cured. It's like, oh,
You'll be cured.
Great. I wish that worked for every disease. But it really doesn't. They're like, well, you're fucked. So,
yeah, I got cancer. Can I just, like, believe
pray to
in a higher
God.
power? Yeah, you better believe.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
Exactly. Yeah, find that higher power and kiss your ass goodbye. Exactly. That's what happens when you have a real disease. Not this made-up fucking, oh, I did too much meth one time disease. God damn, man. Alcohol. I know a lot of people who have struggled with alcoholism and... And now they don't touch it anymore, and they don't look like this. They look great, actually. But you're all right, man. You hold down a job and stuff like you got a good job, and you pay your bills and shit. It's not a problem. Enjoy your alcohol. Just be responsible.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm not done yet.
Yeah, exactly. There's functioning alcoholics. There's functioning potheads. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as the key word functioning. I don't know if there's such thing as
I can control
functioning
myself.
meth head or functioning fucking.
I just
heroin
drink too
addict.
much sometimes.
Yeah, that
A lot of
happens. A lot of times.
But I can still, control myself to not go overboard.
Holy shit. Joey, the topic, though, is it a disease or is it an excuse, is unanswerable because all day long, all around the world, it's both. I do not see the connection. If it's a choice, make something not a disease, it's a mental disease. Drugs are the symptom of a deeper issue. That voice is killer. Find God and then go to the gym and work out for 6 hours. Yeah, that's what we were saying. No, it's a goddamn... Okay. It's maybe if it wasn't if some people did have a fucking disease where they no, see, I'm not even gonna go with that. It's a fucking choice. That's my opinion straight up. Okay, we can agree to disagree, but you didn't have to do that. I don't care how you're wired. People overcome shit all the time, alright? From their past, okay? They could have been raised by a dad who beat the shit out of their mom in front of them at the dinner table, but then grow up to be fucking outstanding outstanding husband, an outstanding fucking father. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck how it is. It's not a disease. It's a choice, okay? You're fine. Fuck, man. But yeah, and if you need help, you need help. I need help with math problems when I was in high school. It doesn't mean I was addicted to being a fucking idiot, okay? If you need help, that's fine, but don't fucking label it a goddamn disease. Okay? It's not a fucking disease. I didn't, fucking goddamn, man. It's there's nothing wrong with a man asking for help. That's fine, but don't use fucking the word disease because it's not a fucking disease. A mental disorder is a mental disorder, okay? But you picking up that drug isn't a fucking disorder. It's a goddamn choice, okay?
Yeah, it's a choice.
Okay.
Except for prenatal and unwanted prostitutes that were injected with heroin. Besides that, yeah, it's a choice.
Well, that's the same thing with like a girl who's raped and has to raise a baby because her fucking parents are religious freaks and they think it was sent from God because they don't believe in life on this plane. They think they are conduits of the Lord. So there's stipulations with everything. They think they're the conduits of the Lord on this life, so once they die, they can go and have a much better life. This life to them ain't shit. That's why they don't have fun. That's why they believe in all that weird, crazy shit. Because they're, like I said, conduits to above. And that's the same thing. Yeah. Okay, fucking, maybe the babies who are born addicted to crack, whatever. There you go. Those are the only ones that get a pass because they didn't even ask to be fucking born. Nonetheless.
Now you go to your homeless shelter and you go find some crack babies and you ask them, "Do you have a disease?" And I want you to seriously ask them that. Crack baby, do you have a disease? And they're like 4, and they're like, "Babe! Babe! Papa! Papa!" Yes, my child. Want to do some crack? No, goddammit, we're ending it. Now shut up. Go to school. You're not getting any more crack. Crack solved. Crack baby syndrome solved. It's not a disease. It's a choice. They'll never do crack again. Look at Robert Downey Jr. He's a crack baby.
Was he?
Well, he grew up. His dad made him do drugs when he was a kid.
I just said what it had to do with it being a disease. It doesn't. You can have a mental disorder, but the fact that you picked up the drug is the choice. I don't give a fuck what the American Medical Association said. They're out to make fucking money. I believe someone just said it in the previous fucking... What's up, Matt Finn? In the previous fucking thread. They're out there making money. Everyone knows that it's a fucking... The drug associations are making money off this. Find a way to profit. What's a better way to profit? Same reason why fucking funeral homes were made. Everyone's gonna die. Let's make money off of it. It's the same reason why fucking porta potties were made. Everyone's got to take a shit. Outdoor event. There we go. We're gonna do that. How else can we make money? Well, everyone loves drugs and they're gonna get addicted. Well, let's find a way to fucking counter it with more drugs and make money off of it. Well, we're gonna need some proof to back it up. Okay. We're the medical association. It's a disease. Okay. Now,
the National Institute of Drug Abuse?
Fucking people that wouldn't believe what I just said believe that 9/11 was an inside fucking job. Or believe... Get
your tinfoil.
Or believe that fucking... All that other stupid fucking... That fluoride's in our water to make us dumb. You can believe shit like that, but you don't think that it's a fucking plausible fucking... a plausible fucking thing to happen?
Well, if you overgo to your exposure limit, like if you overdo your maximum exposure limit for fluoride, then it does make you dumb, but... The drinking water is not near to the exposure limit, and plus, it actually gives you good teeth. Because if you go down to Crack Baby, Florida, you'll see they don't have fluoride down there. No fluoride down there. So, put your tin tin foil cap on and, get some baking soda based toothpaste and see how that works out. Be good.
Let's see. I need help. Find another beer.
Those same people probably use fucking
All about
fluoride-based
money. Keep all
toothpaste.
said it. There's a ton of proof. Laugh out loud. You guys are uneducated to it. No, I'm not. I know. I've seen.
Educate me.
Yeah, then feel free.
I would love for you to.
I would like to make money off of Joe Tremblay for being
Tell
a
me.
crack baby. Is that not a disease? They make money off cancer. Yes, I agree. You are fucking agreeing with
Well,
what
it's
I'm
just
saying.
it's just like the prison system. It's a prison system.
They're making
Prison
money off
system.
of everything. You just said what you just took the fucking words exactly what I just said and just repeated it, but just fucking put cancer instead of fucking drug addiction. I said drug addiction is not a disease. You could have a mental disorder that make you maybe want to do it, but you also have a brain in your fucking head that will make you like, you know what, this is probably a bad idea.
You still have free will. You still have free will when it comes down to it.
Fucking uneducated.
You're gonna
Jesus
suffer,
Christ.
but you're gonna suffer. Plus, there's genetics. Scientifically,
There's a ton of proof out there saying, too, that the Holocaust never happened. But we all know they're still chanting in Germany, 6 million more. Okay? You can find proof for fucking anything. Jesus Christ.
scientifically through
Diabetes is a choice.
through math.
Diabetes
Through
is a
math.
choice.
I mean, through math, algorithms and statistics, and also scientifically looking at genomes and stuff and looking at the brain. Different races of human and genetic people, even gender, play a different role in
Yes,
drug
I
abuse.
just said that there is. I just said there are mental illnesses.
You're a fucking mental illness.
But no, I just said that there are mental illnesses. I said that every fucking time before I said also you have a choice to not take the fucking pill. Okay? Apparently there's mental illnesses that make people go in and shoot up malls, okay? There's mental illnesses everywhere, okay? I believe that.
Yeah, people fucking drive by jerking off, They fucking drive in a parking lot jerking off on
They
people.
also had that choice to not do that.
They did have a choice, but
But they didn't want to. They wanted to jerk off.
they wanted to go in a straitjacket.
Oh, my God.
There is no white and black with this. It's clearly gray. Because addiction isn't specifically the problem. It also comes to behavioralism of the person and also their social upbringing. If you're in a social environment,
It's not... I didn't say it's not a
act a
disease
certain
because
way
money is
and your
being made off
behavior.
it. I said they're making money off of it. What a way to make money off it. I'm saying that's why you can find proof on it. They needed something to back it up in order to make money off of it. Okay? If it's possible that 9/11 was an inside job, how's that not possible is what I'm saying, okay? I'm not saying that there isn't mental diseases out there. You're totally missing the point. The original discussion of this was, is it a disease or not? I said not. I don't get how it's this fucking hard to understand.
and does addiction make you a piece of shit? Absolutely not.
No, not at all. And I said
Your
too.
behavior makes you a piece of shit.
Exactly. I said if you want to be an addict, great. Just don't fuck other people's lives up because of it. That's what I was saying. Is that not money? No, it has nothing to do with money being made off of it. I'm just saying that fucking money is made off of it. Let's see. I asked you if cancer is not a disease because they make money off it. No, that makes no fucking sense. That's not what I said at all. I said in the beginning that cancer is a disease.
Fucking
That's
asshole.
a disease, okay? Fucking watch at the beginning. At the end of the show, because we're live, so I can't rewind and show you. But go back and watch it if you want. You can educate yourself if I'm fucking uneducated. I love you, Shelby, but goddamn, man. Just agree to disagree because apparently neither one of us are making sense to each other.
Lost in translation.
Gotta be. Let's see. You implied it? What the fuck? What are you, a mother? It's like arguing with a wall, man. Yeah, it really fucking is.
You insinuated. He implied it.
Hey, what I
No, he
do-
didn't imply it. You insinuated it.
What I do in my own
What do you think about that?
business. Addiction is a disease. That's just a fact, dude. All right, and that's, hey, dude, and that's the thing. You're gonna believe what you want. That's the beauty of an opinion. Form one, have one. That's the point of this show. That's what it's always been. To be lightly offensive or mildly offensive and to form your own fucking opinion. That's great. Use your brains. This is awesome. This is exactly what I want. Jesus Christ. Start your own fucking podcast. It'd be great. Everyone should do one. It's fun.
You can't do it like him, though. He does it pretty good.
No, you can do it better, but thank you very much. But you get to yell at your friends. It's awesome. Mike Rice, what's up, buddy? I said, wait, one of you just got done saying educate me on it. I said I will. Yeah, well, call in.
Well, fucking educate. Would somebody call in? Jesus Christ. I'm sick of this. You know, it's a radio show. We talk. We talk. We don't want to read what you're saying. Joey, what's your number again?
716-255-7752. It's in the comments like 3 times. It doesn't mean an addict doesn't need to take responsibility for their disease, if that's what it is. Okay, that's well put. I'm going to read this out loud. You people can probably already see it. Devin Weech says, doesn't the entire medical community agree it's a disease? I feel like an addict's brains literally react differently to a drug than a non-addict. It doesn't mean an addict doesn't need to take responsibility for their disease, if that's what it is. That's a good point. I like that. That's true. I believe it's a choice personally, but that was a good argument. I like that. That's a good point, Devin. Very smart man. Thank you.
Well,
why are your cheeks so red, Joe? I just chugged this, and I'm getting fucking pissed off, man. So why don't you fucking...
Well, it really comes down... That's why it's a mental disorder. Mental disorder, I mean, you'd have to go to sociology classes and psychology classes to really understand the mind of how an addict works, because it comes down to belief systems, values, all the way down to the psychology of how the brain works.
Sure. And Devin made another good point. He says, to me, it's just semantics. The definition of disease and addiction do match up, though. True. Okay, and that's fine. But they also say that, who's the fucker that does America's Most Wanted? His son died. God damn it.
Oh, fuck that guy.
I think he killed his son.
I think he smells like bad perfume.
But like Stetson or something. But it's been proved that he hasn't. But I still believe that he didn't. I can believe what I want, just like you can believe what you want. And there's other people in this thread right now that believe that addiction isn't a disease. And that's fine. It doesn't mean we still can't all be fucking friends. Right?
Even addicts. You know, an addict could say, well, this isn't a disease, it just feels good. So maybe if you don't believe it's a disease and then you became addicted, then you'd be like, well, it's not a disease, it just feels good. Maybe you'd be one of the people that are an asshole addict.
What is the point? Joey and my brother agree with you 100% on this conversation. Thanks, Jigster. John Walsh. El Shabaya. Thank you. Yeah, his son Adam was killed. But I did a whole case on it when I first started, before I did the video. Maybe I'll bring it back, because I got a lot of evidence on this piece of shit. I think he killed his son, but thank you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want to get into that too much, because then we'll get off topic. Jesus, my mother's calling in. Hi, Mom. You're on the Joe
Hey, what's
show.
up, Ann?
Hey, kiddo. I would like to add to all these people's little comments. I've lost a ton of people to addiction.
Okay.
And let me tell you this.
Hold on, before you keep going, my mom's not biased. She's not on my side. She hates me. She'll say... She calls me after every show to let me know what parts sucked, and so she will be against me. So, go ahead, Ma. Let us have it.
I just think we need to recognize that there is an epidemic.
Yeah, there's no question.
Okay,
there.
now listen. When it started out as pill form, nobody really paid attention to it. But now that the pills were taken away and everybody was going through withdrawal, when we see people suffer, it's our human nature to want to try to help them. Now, the government had to make up and recoup for all the pharmaceutical companies not making money off pills, because now the pills have been stopped. So they got involved and said, okay, this is a disease, which exonerated pregnant women from being held responsible for ingesting street drugs and harming and killing innocent babies.
Sure.
The same women who want to say abortion is wrong will protect an addict mother that imposed death and addiction onto their unborn child. We are becoming a nation of hypocrites because we don't know whether to feel sorry for somebody or not. The same person who will sit there and feel sorry for someone who's an addict and give them $20 because they don't want them to suffer will call the police if their car's stolen by an addict that was just trying to get money for their disease. You can't have it both ways. At some point, it's either either people want to get help or they don't. And at what cost are we willing to give up? And what items? Are you going to allow an addict to come in your house and just take whatever they want that you don't know because you feel sorry that they have a disease?
Well, it's not, you don't want a free-for-all. You can have empathy.
You are. When you defend them and say, and you with pity instead of support and not tough love, you are basically giving them the right to have a free-for-all. Because now everybody who has some kind of reaction to this statement is either raising a drug addict's child, sending them commissary in jail, going to visit them at a rehab, going without, being hungry to help support the person who has the addiction, or taking care of the kids of the addict, whether the mother or the father, because the other parent isn't in the home. Because they have somebody to constantly wipe their ass. And if you really love this person and you really think they have a disease, then you need to do what needs to be done to help them. And making an excuse and labeling them victims of a disease is not helping them.
But they have to change their behavior because people can be addicted.
No, we have to change our outlook and behavior of
as
an
well.
addict.
Absolutely.
No, it starts there. Because we are the padded walls that they throw themselves on.
That is true.
And once people start realizing that you can feel empathy without being sympathetic and giving in, you certainly will lose your sympathy and empathy if you wake up tomorrow and your dirt bike's missing from your yard, or you come home and some of your copper piping or fencing's gone.
But how do you know the difference?
If the cop comes to you and says, "Oh, it was an addict. They were freaking out. They knew they could get money off selling your stuff. Oh, I want to drop charges, officer. They have a disease."
How do you know the difference between a regular addict and an addict that's a fucked up addict?
If someone is stealing,
then
to put a needle in their arm,
it's a giveaway.
There you go, Mitchell.
Okay,
there you go.
I got a question here from Alex. He says, I don't get it. Why does the disorder, disease, problem, whatever we call it,
that's the person
have
themselves.
anything to do with sympathy? He wants to know what it has anything
because you could be an addict. An addict doesn't make you a piece of shit.
Here's the thing. If you do have underlying
you're a piece of
issues,
shit and you're an addict.
No, listen. No, if you have underlying issues and we as a community, as people who love the person, don't help them deal with those underlying issues and seek treatment that will be healthy for them so that they can wake up the next day and look at themselves or are comfortable in their own skin. The question you just asked was completely stupid.
Why?
I just don't understand why you would not want somebody you love to be able to wake up feeling healthy, to enjoy simple pleasures in life, their skin to not burn.
Well, because if they don't want to...
Mitchell, I'm not talking to... But you want to know what? They don't have to. Because we're loving them the wrong way. We are, as a society, enabling them to not have to identify what's wrong with them. And we're robbing them of their own life. We are literally robbing them of their own joy. The simple things that we all take for granted every day, addicts can't feel. They don't even know it's there.
Right. Because pretty much they're chasing the drugs now just to even start their day in order to get out of bed. You waste your whole day looking for the drug instead of
right. But here's the thing. But we're enabling them to be that way.
I feel you there.
We are enabling them to be that way.
That's not the problem, honestly. The simple question, and what people are getting totally misconstrued here, is that we're just having an open debate on: do you think it's a disease or do you think that it isn't? And that's what it is. And the reason why I'm yelling is because that's the fun of the show. You get to yell. You get excited.
But she's getting on treatment.
I'm talking to the forum.
But you're talking about treatment about it. So obviously, with treatment, you.
Yeah, but treatment don't start in a clinical
What's up,
environment,
Angela?
Mitchell. Treatment
Well, it's
starts with the
behaviorism.
people that care about you.
Yeah, sociably.
I can't.
Yeah, that's where your treatment is.
There's social
Yo, Sean,
treatment,
bye.
and then
Call
there's
it, man.
medical
Call it.
treatment, and there's behavioral treatment. But if you're stuck in an environment where you can't get help, then it's almost impossible unless you leave. But that's what I was saying before.
Well, you still there, ma?
Yeah, addicts will go around other addicts to get what they need.
That's true.
And
Right.
the thing of it is you guys would not feel so sorry. All these people saying it's a disease and they need to, pity and all this other garbage. They don't. They need to help seeing that who they are is worth something by having some kind of tough love and boundaries.
Yeah, it's actually what Devin Leach, I think, just said.
That is exactly what they need, because there's nobody in society that's going to say, oh, it's okay if you steal my car. It's okay that you killed my daughter while she was just going to the store to rob her.
That calling it a disease is lacking sympathy. We got off to a subtopic of it being a sympathetic issue. It's not saying I'm
labeling it.
What?
When you look at an addict and you say, oh, you have a disease, right away an addict knows you're sympathizing. And once that happens,
yeah, I mentioned that earlier.
You've actually lost their respect. I'm a street person. I know.
That sucks.
Once that happens, you've lost their respect.
All right.
I'm just. So I just feel sorry that I feel sorry for the people that I know that have drug problems that are getting enabled by this being labeled a disease because it's helping them stay sick.
I see what you're saying. Because
That's where my frustration
they're
is.
combating the disease with more drugs, and that's kind of...
Well, as long as all we've done is given them an excuse to not have to take a hard look at themselves and help themselves. Most addicts can't even look at themselves. It's sad. It's a sad situation.
We got an
It is very sad.
We got an
I mean, I met addicts before.
conversation
And
battle between Kyle Brandt and Devin
I know
Leach.
addicts.
Oh, we all know
everyone's
addicts.
everyone's
We all
like a
know
little
addicts.
addict in their own way, but I mean, there's like that's human nature, is to be addictive. We were talking about this before, but I mean, taking heroin or something, that's like, yelling into a microphone compared to whispering in someone's ear. It's very intense. It kills your brain. Well, it doesn't kill. It rewires your brain completely to have to adapt.
No,
to the
I agree with you,
addiction.
Mitchell. I honestly agree with you, which I normally don't, because I think some things you say are kind of like
Well, I don't
there.
agree with everything you say either.
right.
This
'Cause
is
it's
hard
out
hitting.
No, but that's how it's
Take
supposed
the gloves
to be.
off.
But the thing of it is if we as people that care about all these people that have addictions, if we keep saying it's understandable on why you have this, it's understandable that you have this, it's a disease, and I feel so bad for you that I'm going to hold your hand until you pass on to the next drug because that drug no longer works for you. All we're doing is enabling the situation. If we really truly love these people, we have to give them what they're missing by giving them the boundaries that they don't want to deal with so that they can get the help they need.
All right. Well, good points, Ma. I want to thank you for calling in. I got to get to other people right now, but thank you very much.
I'm done with you guys anyways.
All right.
Love you, Ann.
Love ya.
Love you too.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was my mom, and I see a lot of people were disagreeing with her, agreeing kind of thing. But yeah, what it is we're gonna end up agreeing to disagree at this because it's given on your fucking. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Says perfect point, Joe's mom. That's thank you. Kyle's pissing off the message board right now.
Piss them off.
That's
them off.
That's what it's all about, man. You got to have debates on this shit. I mean, I knew it was gonna be a touchy subject coming in, and I put up a fucking status saying.
You have to be open-minded, though.
Exactly, especially when it comes to shit like this. And I love you all.
can't
I love
be-
every one of you, and it doesn't matter what you like. If you think different than
You
me,
can't
I
be
don't
Stonewall
care.
Jackson.
I still love you guys, man. Come
'Cause
on.
obviously it's a broken system. You know,
Sure.
when you think of a
And
problem,
maybe there is some shit
you
I
have
gotta learn.
to
And
you have
feel
to
free-
think differently than
Feel
the
free
way
to
that
call in
society
and
works.
educate us. That's fine. I'm not gonna sit there and disagree. I'll sit there. You can tell your point. That's what this is. This is an open forum. This is maybe called the Joe Show, but it's our show. You know what I mean? Let's do this together. All right? Call in. Feel free. Educate us. We'll be on for another couple minutes. We're cancer patients needed a chemo treatment or they died now, then I'm sure it would be administrated. Yeah, sure. Jacob, you were talking about long-term treatment versus immediate life-saving measure. Medics always try to revive dying people. Bottom line, that's a good point. He's talking about how Jake said that they can use Narcan thousands of times on the same person for free.
Oh, I don't know. I know a person who's been revived from Narcan many times. And honestly, I think he's a great dude, but I mean, I don't really know him that well. But I mean, it's terrible. Some people actually, I've heard, fucking take heroin to the point where they like are almost dead and take Narcan right after just to get the high.
God damn.
Because they figure the more they can fucking push themselves, the more euphoria that they're going to have. The more sensation. It's almost like jacking off and hanging yourself, I guess, you know, but
point.
doing it with heroin.
Autoerotic asphyxiation?
Yeah.
I dabble.
Robin Williams. I think he did. I don't care
think-
what anybody says.
I don't think that's how he went, but that'd be cool if he did.
I mean, if I was going to kill myself, I'd probably jump off a building jerking off. And hopefully it's a tall building because it's not really that quick for me.
Oh,
Just saying.
You guys are doing great, man. I appreciate everyone on the message board, everyone, both people who called in. You guys are doing fucking excellent. I appreciate, whether we agree or disagree, I mean, it's a fucked up situation. It's tough, and that's why I wanted to talk about it tonight. I wanted to see what you guys are made of. No, like, I want to see what people have to say because it's very interesting, and maybe there's some things I don't know. Maybe there's some things some of you guys out there refusing to see or refusing to hear. I mean, you stubborn fucks. No, but is that someone calling in? Nope, that's not someone calling in. God damn it. But that's what this is all about, man. It's an open forum, and we can agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, this is a comedy show. So laugh, god damn it! No, you guys did great. So yeah, it's fun. Because immediately, John, people get pissed when they're revived too. What's the number? I put the fucking number in there, Shabaya, goddammit! Yeah, I'll do it one more time for you, brother. 716? Well, you probably don't need the 716, but we'll do it anyway. Alright, so Shabaya's gonna call in. He's the one that's...
What is it? 716-255...
7752.
7752.
Yep. John Legend, welcome aboard, son. What's up, Zach Klein? We're talking about addiction. Is it a disease?
Maybe you should post
or is it not?
Maybe you should post a number in the title next time. That would be crazy.
It's not a bad idea. Feel free to call in, Shabaya. Alright, this is Shabaya. He should be calling in pretty soon. He's the one that's been leaving the long messages. And he's the one that wants to educate us.
All right, and we'll educate.
Let's let him talk when he calls in, and
honestly, on issues, I'm totally an open-minded person.
Absolutely,
I will listen to every point of view, every perspective. I want to know. I want to know what you know. So let me know, and I'll let you know what I know.
Living their life as a normal person, but there could be another person. Holy shit, Jamie Lee! Damn. Joey Mitch. I love you, Mrs. Lasher. I'm going to read Jamie Lee's thing. Jamie Lee, thank you for watching, by the way, Jamie. I haven't seen you forever. Hope you're doing good. All right, Jamie Lee's got a doozy for us. Never mind, we got a call. Sorry, Jamie. What's going on? It's the Joe Show.
What's up?
Is this my boy, Alex?
Yeah, what's up, Joe
What's going on, man? What's up, Joe Show?
What's up, Alex?
You can call me Joe. Joe Show is my dad. No. What's up, man? Hit us with the facts.
Well, I just after here, that was your mom that called him.
Yeah.
Yeah, she seemed concerned. But I agree with some of the stuff she said, but at the same time, like I don't see where like the sympathy and the like the feeling sorry for the addict comes into play by just defining it.
Okay.
Well,
You know what I mean?
At
Like-
the same time, like you're probably agreeing with the part where like you don't, you don't feed their habits. I mean, like I know you don't feed the habits
I
of
think
an
what
addict.
she was trying to say was like pretty much like how
It's tough
how-
love.
How big is this gray area? You know what I mean? Like that's pretty much what she was trying to get across. Like like
Yeah, it's just it's kind of personalized. You know what I mean?
Sure,
Like
and
I
th-
can't
and that's-
I don't think that for everybody that's what it is.
oh no, I agree 100%, man. I agree. I agree.
But to say me and you disagree, like all right, the disease concept. You're right. Nobody has to believe that by any means, just because this evidence says this,
Sure.
this or that. I call it a disorder. That's what I usually refer to,
Okay.
because it just seems it's like more compulsive, I think, than anything.
Sure. Okay. That's a good.
I think it is just like it's an obsession, that starts with a little fun.
It's a magnification of an obsession.
It starts out, it feels amazing.
Yeah.
Then it becomes more of a habit,
Right.
and then it becomes necessary, and you have to have it to function,
That-
emotionally, physically, like
You definitely-
chemically.
Definitely explained that very well in the order it goes, man. Nicely put. Nicely put.
So we can at least agree that it's more complicated than just.
Well, it's not like
it's
gambling.
tough, dude.
I
It's
don't
not
want-
like
no.
gambling.
It's hard, man, but I mean, you can get off of it. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Is like you can do this. It's but it is a choice of getting off of it. You know what I mean?
Of course, and like that's
Where I think
that's kind of where I'm going. Is like where does
Okay, so I think
where's like
that's
the
where,
group of people? Where's the group of people that are like, it's not a choice. They have to do it. You know what I mean? Like they can't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Sure.
don't know if
I
there
think
is,
that's
like,
where me and
those-
you got lost because I agree with you. That we both can. You explained perfectly the progression of taking drugs and how it becomes habitual, and then
well, the way
but we both do agree that you can get off of it. You know what I mean?
The-
It's not like cancer. What makes it different from a disease like cancer is you can't necessarily get off cancer by choice. You know what I mean? You can where drugs you can wake up one day and be like, I need help. I gotta get the
Yeah,
fuck out.
Well,
that
the thing is,
that
it's
true.
like-
That
it's-
is- yeah,
That's what I was
it
trying
is
to say.
different.
it's like
It is
case.
different in that sense, but we can't really totally compare cancer with addiction because one is a mental problem and one is a physical problem.
But
But you're
it-
definitely right there. You can't just like do all the work you need. Like once you have cancer, there's not really any going back. But
Well, then what about
then
like
is that if we-
what about schizophrenia then? If you want to go mental, you can't get out of that.
All right, this is it.
sometimes
I got a
it's,
light in my head.
There's-
head.
Hold on,
There's
Mitch.
many. Go ahead.
Mitch has a light in his head, so let's let him shine.
All right, so
Thanks, Al.
this is how a doctor would think of it. A doctor would say, all right, I have a case. I have this patient. This patient is different from every other patient in the entire world. Well, this patient refuses treatment. His family talked to him, and his family repeatedly says, we love you. We totally support you. We're not going to do anything for you. He's on the streets. He doesn't want help from his family. He doesn't want help from his friends. He's dying of addiction.
Okay. Where are you getting at?
He's a fucking addict.
Okay.
I mean, it's just.
But
yeah,
he's
I
an
was gonna say,
asshole.
like,
He's
it's
a
just-
fucking
Hold
asshole.
on, let him
It just-
talk. Let him talk. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
It just sounds like an addict being an addict is like with the
Yeah.
if you hear addicts that are like, oh, I have a disease, or that's why I can't.
But there's
stop
different
using it,"
stories.
and they're the ones using that as an excuse. That's literally the disease right there talking.
It's case to case.
That's
basis.
or disorder, problem, whatever we call it.
The social
Hang on one
upbringing for people and behavior are different,
Wait, si-
person to person. There's
what-
different intervals.
say-
Like you could get rid of type 2 diabetes, but it's still a disease. Not all diseases are the same. You know what I mean? Some, like you said, some are a ticking time bomb, and you might just get lucky and get rid of it. And some, like addiction, you literally do have the choice to get better. And I never thought about it like that, actually, Joey. Like, that is like something that a lot of addicts need to be grateful
Every
for. Is the
person's
fact
different.
that if they don't die, they have the chance to turn it around. Excellent point, dude.
Thanks, man. And what you said too, man, you explained it definitely. It's tough, like, reading each other through, like, you're just texting, you know what I mean, on the thing. It's tough taking context out of text, you know what I mean? So I'm glad you called in, so because I agree with how you described it too, man. That's well put, dude. So I appreciate you calling in.
No, absolutely, dude. If you think about it, like, you know, you got a pregnant woman, all right?
Okay.
She just won't stop injecting heroin.
Okay.
You know, the baby's far along past any abortion. Say, I'll say 7 months in, she's still shooting heroin and can't stop. It's not really that lady is choosing or wants to kill that baby or have that baby addicted. She is just in active addiction. And I think a lot of people, like, don't realize that when you're in active addiction, you're as good as insane. You're literally clinically insane.
But what happened to
your
the
mind is hijacked? You know
So-
what I mean?
Then what happened to the whole theory of once you have a baby, it's time to stop doing what you're fucking doing and get ready to raise this fucking kid? So
I mean, that's what that in theory that would be, you know, that would be
So
awesome. But
she's
of
just
course, it's
given
just
a-
not going to happen.
she's
for
just
everyone.
pardoned then? She's just considered, you know, like, mentally unstable. Let's let her have this baby and keep shooting up. Like, she's pardoned? Like,
No,
Are you
that's
gonna
what I mean.
s-
Like,
like,
where
I'm
does
sa-
the let
that's
that
what a
come into
sympath-
play?
Where's the
But you
variable?
can't begin to treat a problem unless you define it and
It's
know
not
what
a
it is.
it's
that's
not a
causing-
single variable. There's hundreds of variables.
I'm just
Based
saying, are we
on-
going to sympathize with this broad because she's fucking shooting up with a kid in her womb? Like,
Everything
no,
from
no,
genetics
we sympathize for the kid and we try to convince the crazy person
all the way
to check
to
in.
behavior,
I've been, you know,
sociology.
there is a lot of mothers that do realize that they just make that major move, even if they don't want to. They just got to treatment. So once the drugs get out of your body, then you can start to realize what's important. You start waking up. Addicts in active use are insane. And, like,
Right.
that's why, like, anything they say, we shouldn't even talk about shit they say because you can't make sense of crazy.
right. No, it's,
You know?
I feel you there, brother. All right, man. Well,
So it's like, yeah, of course, you know, of course it's a choice. I mean, a lot, you know, everything in life is a choice.
sure. Right. Okay. Nice.
But although it's you know, easy to just think in your mind stop, it's not necessarily that simple.
Well, the thing too is people don't want to deal with complex shit. You know, people like to keep it simple. When you're dealing with an addict, that's some complex shit. You know, that's like you're thinking of and it's like you can't understand it because you haven't felt it. It's very complex.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to an extent you might have to
And
you know, empathize.
People-
I wouldn't say sympathize, but you're exactly right. It is really complex, and I also think that addicts are also the people they are. They do the things they do, and we don't like that. Addicts wrong people. Yeah, the guy with type 2, you know, diabetes, he's, you know, pounding them cheeseburgers down, and yeah, he might, you know, his daughter wants him to quit so he can live longer. So, but he's not stealing people's wallets and shit. So it's
if we could
easy
have
to
two
dismiss
buttons,
and-
like if we could have two buttons, like addict or not addict. Like I wish I was just that guy. It's like, is this guy an addict or not an addict? Addict.
Jesus Christ, man! Is it that loud on your end, Shabaya? Holy fuck!
Sorry.
No, I mean, no, I'm good. Why? Am I loud? Do I
No,
sound-
no, you're perfect. Mitch just keeps slamming the fucking table.
But people simplify-
And it's just resonating through all the mics and that.
Nah, no,
Or
you're
if
good.
things aren't simplified,
good.
people refuse to understand how situations work. So, case to case basis, people will kind of pinpoint everyone as, you know, a certain type of addict. But I mean, there could be 100 different types of addicts that exist, but it's hard to tell because it's
'Cause
case
there
to
is
case
no
basis.
types. Addiction is addiction.
Exactly.
Whatever
You're a
it is you're
person,
doing
you're a
that's hurting
person.
you
You're not
is a symptom of that mental problem.
Exactly.
More people, like we're talking about more people than we even realize.
Oh, for sure.
With the shopping, no matter old
Shopping,
Sally
that's
has
a
her
good
mortgage due.
That's a good one,
she's-
dude. I forgot about shopping's an excellent one, man.
Amazon, dude, and you know what? The bill's due. They know the bill is due, and they know they're gonna have
Yep.
serious problems. They know their credit's gonna get fucked up, but they do it anyway. Now, thank God it's shopping, because
Right.
obviously meth is like dude, shop if you're gonna, you know what I mean, like shop.
You're gonna be
dude.
addicted
Like,
to
get-
something, yeah. Just hit up eBay, fucking.
But some things are more destructive than others,
Sure.
you know.
Sure.
So I just think that it's like we're talking about. It's like literally just I don't know. I guess disorder would be like the perfect term.
Yeah, mental disorder.
I can go with disorder. I guess I can.
But I mean, there's 12 different types of autism. How many different types of addiction are there? Who knows?
There's
Probably
tons.
hundreds.
Like Jake
I mean, there's
Thompson said
levels
earlier,
of
yeah,
it.
there's tons.
Some people are more
I
addicted
don't think it's a
than
level.
other people, but
I think there's
You-
different types.
types. I
opinion.
mean, how so? I mean, what? I mean, they say the only person that determines if they're an addict or not is the addict. But that sounds kind of
Exactly, but-
that's kind of shady. But how like different types of addiction? I mean, it's the
It's
same
like different
behavior.
dimensions.
You're
I mean-
raking something in.
It's,
Right.
You can't get enough of something.
Right.
it's like I'm
For some
addicted.
people,
I'm addicted to
that's
eating.
shitty relationships.
I'm addicted to pizza. Someone could say that. I mean, obviously that's on a lower perspective, but there's different perspectives of addiction. There's like I was saying earlier, you're mentally addicted, you're chemically addicted, you're habitually addicted. You're like socially addicted to all this shit. All this shit intertwines. If everything you ever knew was fucking addiction, then you're obviously going to
when
be
you
on
put
a
it,
deeper slope.
If you put it that way, there
You're
would be physical.
genetically addicted because all these
Physical
variables
addiction.
come together.
It's dependency in just different ways. Some people are emotionally addicted. Some people are physically and emotionally addicted. But it's still the same concept. Even the pizza. When you're addicted to pizza, you're literally you're chemically addicted to that too. It's
Exactly.
way less dramatic than heroin, but you literally are getting a feeling
Yeah,
from
thousands
having
of
or
times
not
less.
having that pizza. And
Yeah.
sometimes that does kill people quicker than heroin, or it just depends. Like what I'm saying is like with the level of it, where are you at? I know one
Right.
thing: they usually don't get better. They either completely abstain, or it only gets worse.
Yeah, they're on the fucking deep end. But yeah, it's a classification for different drugs, though. It's like, how do you treat that? You'd have to be a professional to actually be able to understand completely. Like, if you saw 1,000 different people addicted to different drugs, every case would be different. If someone told you their sobbing story, like, yeah, I grew up when I was 6, and my dad raped me, and then I stuck a needle in my arm because he stuck it in me, and then I stuck a bunch of needles in my arm, and now I like marijuana.
I get what you're saying, and they put all addicts through the same program or something very similar, because we all have all that shit different, where we came from, what drugs we did, how we did them,
Right.
but we have more in common than we do different.
What's up, everybody just joining in? Janelle Hansen, Benny, how you doing? Stefan Pato, Dave Evans. We're talking about addiction. We're on the line with Alex Shelby right now if you're just tuning in, so thank you for joining. Alex, man, you're kicking ass. I appreciate you. I definitely
you're doing
appreciate
really
you.
good.
I appreciate you calling in, because me and you were just like, it was tough because the messages keep scrolling. And we're like, I'd be like 2 segments ahead, and then you'd be like, you know what I mean? It was tough to line up where we were going, and it was
I
tough
can't
to
read
converse with
anything
you.
anybody says.
Hey
from here.
man, no man.
So I'm glad
it's
you
true.
called in
I
and
think
shit.
you got a little flustered there, didn't you?
No, I
You were
love,
fucking tight.
dude. I love bringing. You gotta bring the energy, man. That's what I fucking love about having a show. It's just like I like the cringe. Like, for a listener, I like them to start cringing, because it's like, there's loudness and shit like that. Like, if you ever listen to like my heroes like Opie and Anthony and stuff, like, I love the hyperness. I love fucking. I just like it. I like the open forum. I like arguing, and then I like on agree to disagree. I think
Absolutely. That's fucking. You're damn right, man. That's what it needs. Like, dude, I believe in this show.
Thanks,
I know
man.
there's a million people that are gonna see the joke and laugh. That's just what happens. You know what I mean? People see someone else trying to do something.
Right,
You're
right.
over there having fun. You made a move that I don't know many people that did make a move. Someone, you got the studio, you got in there, you got your equipment. Like,
Thanks, man.
it's just gonna take time to develop. And
Sure,
like you said,
absolutely.
it's that excitement. You need that controversial topics. You know?
Right. You got-
Something for people to listen to.
Right, you gotta separate yourself because everyone nowadays tries to, have a podcast. Like, and what are you gonna do to separate from the others? You gotta bring the excitement. You know what I mean? Just like you said, you gotta, be. Maybe, I don't know if you gotta be loud or fucking. You know what I mean? It's just I'm
Nobody wants to hear us identify. You and me sit down and
yeah,
fucking.
exactly. That's perfectly put.
You know, this shit, it's fucking awesome that you're doing it, man. That's why I always used to listen to. I got that app, and I listened to a couple of the shows, and like, dude, you got it.
Thanks.
We
man.
just you gotta get them them fucked up cases, man. We gotta find the material that's just.
I think this
twisted.
episode definitely
Just-
helped. This
Gotta
episode,
find shit that's twisted, man.
Sure.
You know?
sure.
Get a serial killer in there, or some crazy shit, you know?
That's why I'd love to have you and Joey Butler in, man, and tell your story because you guys got a fucking interesting past, and I would love to hear it if you guys are so willing to talk about it.
Yeah, and I actually we talked about that months ago. You remember?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And like, I'm definitely not close to the idea because there's
Okay.
definitely a lot of. You want to talk about controversial shit? You know what I mean? That's
Right.
It would definitely, it would be good. But I was with, I had a baby, and where I'm at as a father, I was like preoccupied. You know what I mean? So give it some time, and things are settling down for me,
Absolutely,
going
man.
real well, and
We don't even have to do that.
put
We
some
can-
distance between that shit, more distance,
Yeah, that's fine. We don't even
and
have
then
to
get up there and talk
that
about it
shit
because I'm not
unless you
ashamed of
want
any
to.
of it.
Okay. All right, man. That's cool. I would just love to have you on, man. I mean, we're getting comments right now saying that me and you got good back and forth, so they're requesting you in studio, Jamie Lee and Devin right now. So, so I mean, anything, man. Fucking even if before we do that, if you even want to do that type of show, just come in and chill, man. We'll talk shit. Fucking, we do sports shows too, man. Fucking. If you want to talk sports or if you want to come on one of the Joe shows and just talk shit about stuff with us, you know what I mean? Just normally they're more funnier than this. This is a pretty brutal show, man, I gotta say. But it was definitely informative, I think, and it was good too because we got a lot of people, that believe one way or the other, and they got to express their opinions tonight. And I think that's one of the most important.
Fighting
things
head to
is
head in
have-
the comments.
is to have but to have an opinion, express it, and stand by it, and agree to disagree, man. And everyone got to express themselves and have an open mind, so you can be willing to learn. You know what I mean? Fucking and that's
Absolutely,
and that's
man.
what I think happened tonight, dude. And I appreciate you calling in, brother.
The information's out there. You just gotta fucking, I don't know.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna get going.
All right, brother.
All right, good talk to
Congratulations.
you, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank
man,
you.
on
Thank you
your
for calling
fucking,
in, man.
On your family and
Good
everything, man. I'm
thoughts.
proud of you, dude. You're fucking kicking ass, buddy.
Good thoughts.
Congratulations,
I
bro.
appreciate it, Joe.
No problem, man. Don't be a stranger, my man. I'll be in touch with you, all right?
All right, boys.
All right,
Easy.
man. You too, man. That was Alex Shell. Bye, everyone. Good job there, man. Fucking, I guess, what do you think, man? Should we get around to wrapping this bitch up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right. Traffic in the Ransomville, only left turns matter. Dolphins suck. All right, on that note, this is the fucking Michigan. You want to wrap up one more thing for me? Fucking.
Fuck you, crowd.
Don't say fuck you to the crowd.
What are they gonna say? Come on, all you show up and kick my ass.
Mitch has been drinking. Let's see.
A little bit.
But yeah, I want to thank you all. This will be the last show of the week.
The week?
Yeah, it's Friday. I want to thank you all. This has been a fucking fantastic week for.
Well, if you count a week as Sunday.
Well, I mean the work week, you know.
Oh, okay.
But it's been jam packed. I mean, we had Don Keyballs on. We had Chad Lasher on yesterday. I mean,
I love both of them.
yeah, this was a jam-packed week for fucking the Joe Show, and I want to thank you all for being a part of it. I hope you stick around next week. I don't know what we got planned. I don't know how we're going to top this week, but I want to thank you all for being a part of this. You guys are fucking great. Stay black, stay cool, and stay tuned. Am I right? For Mitch Hayner, I am Joe Tremblay, and this is a Joe
Thank
Show.
you, Joe.
I love you all.
Love you guys.
Night.